Let's talk about how and why to prune fruit trees. So we were doing a job with the scope of reducing and pruning 2 apples in a pear tree. The client really wants accessible fruit and basically asked us to reduce the trees as low as possible and felt that if they weren't shorter, she wanted them gone. The first goal on the apple was to remove some of the water sprouts on the lower limbs and take the weight off a lateral limb that was at risk of snapping under the weight of the fruit. By taking out aggressive vertical growth known as water sprouts, the tree can divert energy into larger limbs. They will keep coming back, so it's important to stay on top of them before your tree becomes unruly. Water sprouts are typically a reaction to stress, but some trees are very prone to them, like apples or crab apples. We left the water sprouts on a lower limb he was reducing to leave some of the leaf matter. We think that this apple might have fire blight, so he did his best to cut out what he could. The pear was a much different story. It was about 25 feet and was way too tall to access fruit. The goal was to reduce as much of the height as possible while leaving enough photosynthesizing potential. Instead of cutting to a main crotch, Lee left the wood in hopes it would A, sucker, or B, as the wood dies, it'll form a knuckle and then they can cut above it next year. These trees will need a follow-up pruning on a yearly basis to maintain their habit and size. Not super pretty right now, but in a couple seasons they will be shorter and fruitful.